And we will begin with Lauren Williams.
Hey Landry, how are you doing?
Uh,
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's exciting day for the Hawks. My
Yeah.
goodness.
I was just curious, for a franchise that hasn't had a number one overall pick in so many years, I think close to 50, just how important is it for you guys to land it this year?
I, I mean, to obviously, like with the odds and all that stuff, sort of speak for themselves. I just look at it as kind of what I said just before. Like it's so good for our franchise. It's exciting for us to continue to build out things that we're doing here in Atlanta. This is just another great tool for us. So this is awesome. It's a fun day.
And I know this draft class may not necessarily come with the bells and whistles of maybe previous classes and then next year's classes. Just, how do you expect to maybe find that gem, that diamond in the rough to maybe be a player that can contribute to the franchise soon?
Yeah, we'll see about that. Frankly, like you hear our rumors about how the draft class is shaping up, but like we'll see about that. I totally trust what we've been doing leading up even to this point in time, right? Like our process for choosing players and bringing them into the building has already begun. We've been doing it. Our scouts have been extremely hard at work. People have been on the road. I've been on the road. I mean, like it's we're prepared for this moment, frankly, and it's just again part of our process. So we'll get together as a group and continuously to beat this thing up every which way and make sure that we're doing right and what's best for the Atlanta Hawks.
We'll go to Donnell Suggs.
Landry, congratulations.
Thanks, Donnell.
I want to ask, how are you going to keep people like me and the rest of the media from like writing stories about what you guys are going to do with this thing? How do we keep us like kind of keep our readership posted on what the team might do without necessarily giving away what you guys are going to do?
Great question. Don't think I have a direct answer for that. I think that we'll just keep leaning into our process and have you keep writing what you write, and it'll be fun for me to read to see how close you are or you're not.
Thank you, sir.
Emmanuel.
Hey Landry, congratulations on the pick. But I think one of the other questions besides drafting the pick, there's always going to be questions on, do you keep the pick? What's your thoughts on that? Is this a surefire draft pick, or could there be movement with this pick?
Not even our focus right now. Like this is a point in time where the opportunity that's before us is an excellent opportunity, and it puts us in position, right? Like positioning is key in this business, and that's the position we have right now, number one position. So we'll just keep doing what we do, gather as a group, and we'll figure this thing out in time.
Caleb.
Hey Landry, through this, preparation process leading up to the lottery, how much do you guys as just an organization let yourself think about having the number one overall pick versus 10 where you were most likely, to select with given the odds?
Yeah, I mean, you certainly prepare for all cases. Knowing what the odds were, the probabilities were definitely not in our favor. But really it's about how you prepare, and the preparation is key, which is why, we don't look at things too early or try to project out too early. You want to make sure that you're covering a wide range of things so that when you do get this opportunity, you're well positioned to make good, sound decisions. So that's what we've been doing.
Do you see this pick as franchise altering potentially?
I think anytime you bring in any player, it's franchise altering. It's all connected. It's a principle that we live by internally. It's never just one person or one staff member or one coach. Everyone has a role to play.
Allison.
Hey, Landry, congrats. I have two questions. First of all, walk us through what you were feeling just in that moment when they got past the 10th pick. Like, What were you feeling when you're like, oh my gosh, we have a chance to get this? And when you finally did, just what was going through your head?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's wild. I knew what the odds were. I knew where, the probability, the largest probability for us was, between 10 and 12, I believe there. So once the 10th pick was shown, I knew we launched into the top four. So like kind of everything kind of swirls through your head at that point in time, and you're like, okay, we actually have a crack at this thing, and lo and behold, here we are.
And then does it change at all, kind of like the process just in June when you're bringing in the players for those pre-draft, workouts? I mean, now that you have the top pick, do you kind of narrow that down a little bit more instead of having a later pick? How does that kind of change things?
Yeah, there will certainly be some altering for sure. Within every year's draft process, I mean, agents are looking at it and they're going to decide kind of the accessibility that you have and whatnot. But good thing for us is we have strong relationships out there. So wherever we need to go, we'll be able to go, and whoever we need to talk to, we'll be able to talk to. And I think for us, we've done a ton of work, and we'll continuously do work with more data that comes in. Data will accumulate from the combine and beyond. And, we'll sit together and figure out what comes next.
We'll go to Brad Rowland.
Hey, Landry, kind of building off the last question, but does it change anything? You are number one overall, so you actually can take anybody you want to, but is it simply as best player available, or how much do you consider what's already on your roster as far as fit's concerned and all of that?
I think fit is important, whether it's this pick or the guys that are currently on our roster. That's all part of our process in terms of interpreting kind of what's what and who's who. I think at this point in time, it's unclear. We'll have to do deeper dives into these prospects and decide what's going to be ultimately best for us.
We'll go back to Lauren.
Hey, Landry, I know that you guys have done a lot of your homework so far already, but I am curious, what more do you hope to learn from being in Chicago this week at the Combine?
Well, this is an opportunity where you can actually speak with guys. This is where the rules allow us to do. So as we go from here on, that's a crucial piece of our own process, just making sure that we connect with these guys, chat with them, sort of get inside their heads, figure out the values system that they live by, and see if it matches with ours.
Allison?
Yeah, I'm just curious, is this draft maybe a little bit more challenging now that you have the top pick? Maybe there's more pressure, or even so there's not like a clear number one guy. So there's, 2, 3, maybe 4 guys that could go number one overall.
I look at it frankly as an opportunity, and I know our group does as well. Like, these are the positions that you want to be in. I'm constantly preaching and stressing to our group, like, look, positioning is what you can control as best you can, and you let the results fall where they may. But like to say it's pressure or challenges, like this is an opportunity. This is great for our franchise. It's a terrific moment for us.
Brad?
Obviously, you entered this offseason with some decisions to make with your roster after coming off of last season already. Does this make it any easier? How much of an impact is having the number one pick compared to where you were projected to be on the other decisions you have to make, or how much does that all fit together?
It's certainly helpful. I mean, frankly, before today, it was unknown what pick we would have. And kind of to the earlier question, where you pick, it does alter a few things here and there. But really, it just allows us another tool to keep building. And that's the type of flexibility that you need to have, and certainly wish you had, as you continue to build out the group and the roster. So I think it adds to us. I think it's important for us.
Kevin?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you had Daniel back in the drawing room. Did you get to speak to him afterward? And if so, how did that conversation go?
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, Stark was back there, and it's almost, if you don't know Stark, he's like built for moments like this. So he's been terrific for us. I mean, he came out, they gave him the ping pong balls and everything. He had the world's largest smile on his face, and we had a really nice moment there in front of the stage together. So he was super stoked, as was I and the rest of the group. So we'll see what the future holds. If we ever have to be in this position again, hopefully not. But if so, like, that's the guy.
Emmanuel?
Hey, Landry, as far as your moments as a GM, what does this rank for you to be able to get the #1 pick and to win the draft lottery?
Oh, I haven't even, that's a good question. I haven't even digested that. I'm frankly just as excited because, it allows us to now move into different types of positioning for us for our ultimate vision and goals here in Atlanta. So for me personally, I don't know. It's just cool to share moments with with the group and flood of text messages that we got and the excitement that's buzzing around right now. It's awesome. So get back to me in time on that one. We'll see.
Will do.
Terrence?
Landry, I don't know if you answered this question before. I just got on here, but would you guys ever consider trading that pick?
First of all, Terrence, great shirt. I know.
Thank you very much.
I'm from right there, but
Love and honor.
it's not. Well, I have a lot of family members that went to Miami, Ohio, so that's why I'm calling them out right there. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, somebody asked that earlier, and that's just not even on our radar right now. Like, we've got a lot of homework to do.
Any other final questions?
I guess just one quick one. Just, I guess, you've never been in this spot before, but do you anticipate maybe your phone being busier than a normal draft just because you have this top pick and other teams just want to kind of feel you out and see what you might do?
I think judging off the last 30 minutes post, probably, but we'll see. I don't have anything to compare it to, but I got a lot of people to text back, so.